Here's your problem that I would like you to work out. Twice last month, Judy Carter, we need to know her full name, rented a car from a car rental company and traveled around the Southwest on business. The company rents its car for, it only has one car, okay. It rents its car, must be a nice car, for a daily fee plus an additional charge per mile driven. Judy Carter, recalls that her first trip lasted 4 days. She drove 450 miles, and the rental cost her $244. On her second business trip, she drove 200 miles in 3 days and paid $150 for the rental. Find the daily fee, and find the mileage charge, because this mysterious rental company that only has one car won't tell her for some reason. Okay, so what you need to do is first you need to set up your equations, and then you need to figure out what the secret covert, I feel like, I don't know. Anyway, this company, how much does it charge per day and how much does it charge per mile? Because it has a fee for both. So go ahead and pause the video and do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and go through all of the steps. Okay, hopefully you actually paused the video and you came up with a solution. We need two equations. 4y plus 450x is equal to 244. Okay, so we're going to say that y is our days, or how much per day. So 4 times however much per day plus 450 times however many miles equals 244. You could use d and m, that would be fine, it doesn't matter. And then my other equation is going to be 3y plus 200x is equal to 150. And because I'm solving by elimination, you wouldn't have to do this by elimination, you could do this by any of the other ones. Graphing might be a good way to do this one, but because we're trying to practice elimination, I'm going to go ahead and multiply this bottom one by 4. I'm going to try and get rid of my y. And I'm going to multiply the top one by 3. And again, this isn't the way you have to do it. It's just one way to do it. Hopefully your answer that you did before you watched the video, I trust that you all did that. Hopefully that answer comes out the same anyway. Okay, so this equation gives me 12y plus 800x equals 600, and my top one, which is probably the one I'm going to want up here, gave me 12y, 450 times 3, that's 12, 150, 1350, plus 1350x equals, let's see, 213,167. 732. Hopefully I did that math right. We will find out. Okay, and because these are the same, I'm going to go ahead and subtract my two equations. So 12y minus 12y, that gives me a 0. I don't have to worry about that anymore. 1350 minus 800, that's a 0, that's a 5. 13 minus 8 is also a 5. So 550x is equal to 732 minus 600. Okay, so that's a 2, that's a 3, and that's a 1. And we divide both sides by 550. This is going to be a very interesting number. And x equals 132 divided by 550, which that can be simplified just by dividing both of those by 2. I don't know how many times, I think just once, and then you'd have to be able to divide by 5. I'm just going to put it into a calculator, this wonderful tool that was invented, and that gives me that my mileage costs me, this decimal is 0.24, so 24 cents per mile. Okay, so now we can go back and plug this back into one of these. Let's do this bottom one. So we have 3y plus 200 times 0.24 is equal to 150. I'm going to again use this magical miraculous calculator and multiply 200 times 0.24 because I don't want to do that in my head. 3y plus 48 equals 150. Divide both sides, sorry, I got ahead of myself. Subtract 48. My pen does not want to work. 3y. Okay, plus 48 minus 48 equals 150 minus 48. And 3y equals 150 minus 148 should be 102, I believe. 102. And this is nice because 1 plus 2 is 3, so we know that this is a multiple of 3. So divide both sides by 3, and that would be 90 and 12, which would be 34. So y equals 34. So 24 cents per mile and a $34 per day fee. So I'm just going to use a calculator and plug that into my top equation to make sure it comes out the same. So 4 times 34 gives me 136 plus 450 times 0.24, and that gives me 244. So it works and it's right. Hopefully you came up with the same thing, or if by some chance you did not, hopefully you see where you made your mistake or see a way that you would not make that mistake the next time. Okay, hope that helps.